Hi, Scott Machine Gun Dad. Welcome back to the channel. I've had this gun for a year and a half or so. Local place had it. They sold it to me reasonable because there's no ammo available for it. And if you saw the video, I was able to score some 7.35 in a local auction, actual original Italian ammunition. So why don't we move in close and we'll look at it and then we'll talk about it. Moved in close on the Beretta 735. Right here is really faint is the Beretta crest. And the serial number's over here, but I'm not going to rotate the gun so you probably won't see it, but the serial number is right here. It's really not much else marking except in bold letters right here, 735. Other than that, I don't see any markings on it. The gun definitely doesn't have any import markings. So as I said, is this a war trophy? I don't know. Oh, I just rotated this and I noticed something very important. So we're going to stop so I can reposition this. We flipped it over because when I was looking at the proof marks, and I had never noticed this on the rifle, there's a Finnish acceptance mark right here, the square with the SA. So this is one of the rifles that they sent to Finland, and it also says 1939 right here. One of the things that I really need to look for then, since this is one of the Finnish rifles, is a very faint import mark. I would not be surprised if somewhere on this gun there's an import mark, but I can't see it right now. But there's your close-up of the 735. Let's move back out. You just saw it up close. There's not really a lot of markings on it. You know, there are the Italian proof marks, and of course a nice caliber 735. And as you saw, the sights are pretty rudimentary. Scott can't speak. So let's see how she shoots. Where'd I hit?
Looked to be high from my angle.
Wow, talk about a jam and a half. I don't even know if you can do this short-loaded Carcano mag, but we're going to try. That was a little bit of a hang fire. We just were outside shooting this, just to let you know. The silver, oh, where are the silver bullets? They didn't go off, not one of them. None of the silver bullets went off. However, every one of the copper bullets went off. A couple were like baby hang fires, like click boom.
Maybe a millisecond or two in between the click and the boom, but still enough to be a little concerned.
We have the protocol down for surplus ammo done, so click it on that. Also, we found that the original steel clips work way better than the brass clip. So what do you think?
Oh my god, this thing is cool. It's a remarkably smooth action. The trigger pull is really nice. Despite it being a shorter rifle with a fairly substantial round in it, didn't have any noticeable recoil difference compared to the 308 that we shot. So, about comparable to that, except for the ammo is ridiculously expensive compared to 308. I personally do not like the sights on this. I have absolutely no idea where I'm supposed to hold. I tried firing at the beginning by lining the top end of the rear sight with the top end of the front sight. I didn't hit anything. I tried lining up the front sight with the very bottom of the V-notch and hit like 2. So I have no idea what I'm doing.
That's the right way. On this sight there, you'll see in the bottom of the V, there's a little groove.
Okay.
You fill that groove up with the top of the sight. So a lot of people think you would do this. You do this. It's like that.
Okay. Because most firearms that I've fired are make them level, and that should be where you're shooting.
And I the only thing I could think of, since this isn't adjustable at all for height, maybe that's how, that way all you would literally do to change your point of impact is move your front sight up in the rear sight, which is kind of cattywampus. I mean, it's equivalent of a sight that would be on like a Civil War gun.
The reason I shot so bad is because I have no idea what I'm doing with this. No fault of the gun whatsoever.
I mean, it's not like you're going to have a lot of range time at $5 a bullet.
Yeah.
When I shot it, well, first of all, we learned that the silver bullets don't go off, so we didn't have to worry. I didn't have to worry about that. I did have one problem where one of the rounds, because I can't get myself to. Sometimes when I run a bolt actions, I hesitate just a hair. And what happened is when I hesitated, the round came forward, got to about here. It's funny, this one's actually coming apart. See that? Probably been chambered so many times it's splitting the neck. But it came out like this, and then I stuttered, and I came back a little bit. And then what that happened is this came out like this, and then all the ones below it, because the fallovers here pushed up on an angle like that and jammed the gun. That is not a problem with the design. That is a problem with the operator. When you shoot, I don't know how Mick is, but when I shoot a gun like this, first of all, it's Italian. I'm not a big fan of their technology or their metallurgy. And they did move a 6.5 gun up to 7.35, and in theory they should have done the engineering and this gun should be completely safe. But it's just in the back of my mind, there's a little bit of hesitation. I don't know. I guess I've had enough stuff blow up in my face that I hesitated. Now, once I got over the hesitation, this gun shoots really nice. It's got a decent trigger pull. For how big the rounds are and how small the gun is, it didn't kick as hard as either of the other 2 bolt action rifles we shot today with full power ammo. Looking back historically, had the Italians changed to the 7.35 earlier to get away from the 6.5 Carcano and stayed with the 7.35, they would have been better off. It's a way better round than the 6.5 Carcano. I'm really happy that I scored this ammunition because I didn't know where I was going to get the ammo to shoot it. And this is honest to God freaking history. This is even history for me. I've never shot a 7.35 before. I never knew anybody that had ammo for it before. So this is a rarity for Scott. Scott, who has all this shit, he doesn't get to shoot this because he can't find any bullets for it. So this was a joy. I really enjoyed shooting it. Even though I had some kerfluffles, it's more my fault than anything. I will notice that there's there's chips in the stock. Stock's not split and the ammo's falling apart, but this ammo, according to the boxes we have, is from 1937. So it went through the war and it's still around. So history on the shelf. Hey, thanks for coming back and seeing us. Please ignore the Indra dog panning. He's helping in every way he can. He's not looking at me right now. Thanks for coming to the channel.